Hey Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. We're on Duskmourn Play Booster Box 18. Push this trash down. And I'm a little shocked, to say least. So sit back, relax. Let's do a quick recap on how things are going, I guess. Before we get started, though, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Links in the description of where to buy these cards on eBay, TCG Player, all that good stuff. In case it's your first time here, become a member, get put in for some good old-fashioned drawings and stuff. We have one coming up in Spooktober for an Eldrazi. Membership's as cheap as a buck, so dive right in there, little fellas. Oh God, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, let's just move on. So I'm a little horrified. Get it? Horror. Anyway, moving on. That this is going to be a very bad box. Well, there's a Verge, decent. Because the other boxes were relatively good. Some better than I thought they'd be. A foil funeral room again. Not that I'm complaining. A little weird. I think it's the same foil. I mean, art style. There's two funeral rooms. Wow. And here's what I mean. So it appears, as of the filming of these videos, we started with the pre-release case, which did rather well because of, demand and all that stuff. After release, the second case went down in value, clearly. Because of cards going to the market, you'll have that as the market settles. There's a signature Winter, for what that's worth. Murder! Anyway, Demonic Consultation, not bad. As we opened, or did this box opening series, either the cards are stabilizing and bounding back to a higher value, foil rare, very nice, mythic room. Anyway, the cards are bounding back, and becoming higher priced because they got too cheap because the market was flooded, and now that everybody who just tried to dump on the market are gone, the real card prices are starting to show. Or, like we've mentioned before, box mapping in this product is just god-awful and messed up. And you could quite literally either get an amazing case, which would include 6 boxes, or your case could be to the moon. Ooh, nice. Another foil rare room. Wow. I don't know which it is. Me personally, it kind of feels like the cards are repricing themselves from what I'm seeing. And the ones that did start to dip are starting to rebound as people are starting to realize the real demand for them. And like I mentioned, everybody and their brother likes to go on TCG Player and what have you. And sell 1 or 2 cards of the cards that they open, and they'll undercut everybody to sell it cheap, and like, oh look, I'm gonna get my money back, and because these cards really ain't worth nothing. But then at the end of the day, there's not enough people to dump cards on the market to tank the market, especially for new products. And also, people who do that tend to, nice little resonance there. People who do that or try to tend to run out of money, because when you want to tank the market, you have to buy cards that are currently at a certain value or trade for them at a certain value and then sell them at a loss. Hauntwood's very nice, along with the Big Toby, the White Goblinator. God, I can't believe I said that last video. Anyway, meaning you're purposely losing money to try to tank a market, which is almost impossible to tank because of the kind of widespread that it is. So, yeah, Hauntwood Shrieker. And really a lot of that, I think, comes from, the game piece army dumping their cards because they don't think they're worth anything. But then the market eventually recovers once all those cards are bought up and there's nothing else left, which then causes the game piece army to be mad because now the cards are more expensive than when they sold them and they need them back because they dumped them to begin with and they want to play a different deck requiring different cards and now the cards cost more. And they just keep sinking their money into something, which just makes them angry, which is why they don't understand how this works, I think. But anyway, I mean, that's really the only thing it could be. It's one of those two things, you know, like I said, ooh, and everywhere. So we're still averaging, unless we get another one, that's 2. 2 everywheres per box. Good slasher there. And I hold to the point that the everywhere is a good token. So I think it's going to be popular, just like the Coma coils were, and become very expensive. Very, very expensive. So anyway, like I was saying, I think the real option here is enough people want the cards and are willing to pay for them that the game piece army is going to have to pay good mythic, doll shop, number 5. The game piece army can't keep up because they're just flushing their money down the toilet, buying cards at a high price and trying to sell them cheaper later, and then buying cards again at a high price and just selling them cheaper later. And eventually it just doesn't work out. There's a Verge. The same thing goes with flippers when the market was down, right? Causing the market downturn when they would just kept buying until all of a sudden nobody wanted the cards and they were stuck with them. Same kind of theory there, just in a different way. Hey, you haven't had this Overlord in a while. Good old ball mark. Number 6. Yep. And this box is starting to make a comeback. It's looking better and better. Not gonna lie. So maybe these values going up are the real prices now that game piece players or whoever those people may be who are trying to sell off cheap are now out of the market, and people have bought up the cards they knew were good. Another mythic Roller Crusher Ride. I just call it a roller coaster for the love of God. Anyway, and it's kind of I think it's a little bit of both because people, the Terror Eater, that's a good $17. That's the only thing we missed from the last box to have the trifecta of best mythics and value. This box is looking sweet. This is a heck of a way to wrap this box series up. Wow, are we hitting some bangers. I mean, even a foil mythic. I mean, a special guest card would really top it off. Mythic Massacre, something like that. That'd really get us there. Just saying. Anyway. Everybody likes Magic. They like it being collectible. People are okay with that because they know they're going to spend money on it. So they want that money back. So they want to fight for it to be collectible. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to the market. I mean, we've already seen a giant upswing in the market because of that and because of the changes that Wizards made. Nice Verge. Oh, and an Innocence Enduring. That Wizards made to make things collectible, you know, pissing off people who think cards shouldn't be worth money in a collectible game, which is labeled collectible. Anyway, but making everybody else happy and actually increasing their sales, meaning they know what side of the market butters their bread, because one side gives them more money than the other. And if it was the game piece army, then everything would be cheap and nothing would be worth value. Clearly that's not the case, because that's not the direction they're going, because foil mythic massacre. 2 foil mythics in the box, and they're both amazing. We got a massacre. Oh my lord, look at that. Another mythic. Oh god, could it be that good? That'd just be so sweet. Oh my lord, I can't believe we hit one. Wow, it just took 18 boxes to find it. You can do it too. Probably not. It's a lot of money to waste. Just buy one on TCG Player. Matter of fact, buy this one. But anyway, yeah, so they went the game piece army way, where they decided to make everything really cheap and reprint everything. That didn't work out for them, as they lost more money than they could imagine. Sales went down along with lots of other things. So they've rebranded it now back into collectibles where things are not for everybody and things are hard to get. So they only sell so much of it. Good Kona. And their profits are up at Hasbro. So when I say what side butters their bread, I think it's pretty easy. Because also, if the Game Piece Army doesn't want to buy it because it's that way, they won't. Which means there's more of us who want it to be collectible. That's why they're making more money. And C, if the Game Piece Army still complains about it, that means they're still buying it. So it doesn't matter if they don't like it. They buy it anyway just because, I guess. It's weird. So they can complain about it later. I don't know. Just it's math, and their math is weird. We won't go into it. I don't have that kind of time in a video. Anyway. Ghost Dancers. So maybe this is a good upswing. And also, too, with Marvel and Final Fantasy coming out, I just see cards getting more expensive, harder to get, better value. It's really on an upswing, and I don't see it getting any worse. So, time to ride the lightning, I guess. No, not a mythic. Dang it. Hoping to get back to 10 or 11 again. I thought we was going to be able to break it there. I mean, with 2 foil mythics. Man. Can't believe we got 2 foil mythics. And they're both good. And a Meathook Massacre being one of them. That's insane. Alright, guys. Last pack to end the series. Hope for some run good. Hit that membership button for the best fly trap you can get. Wah wah. Boy, it'd be really great if that was the last pack, wouldn't it? Just go out on a big old bang. So, well, clearly this is not a bad box like I was scared it was going to be. This is amazing. So maybe we are in an upturn and Duskmourn's worth more than people are giving it credit for, including me. So, at the end of the day, we'll get to the box value video next and see what it says. So until next time, be kind. Hope to see you across from the game table. Later, players.